So the Mk1 was very easy to take apart. The very early ones didn't open at the front, they only opened at the back. So there was a little retaining pin, and then you would unscrew that end cap with a penny piece. This often led to damage of that slot though, if people used the wrong sort of thing to try and open it. So even while they were in the straight grip version, they got rid of that and they started to make them open from the front. This is a much later Mk1, and you can see there it's got a screw on the end and the end comes out. And what they did on the back was they wrote "do not remove" and they put a little pin in it to lock it in so you can't take the back off. Didn't stop people trying though. You often find these with really badly chewed up slots on the back where people have tried to take the back off. Anyway, the front is held together by a bolt. It's got a retaining screw on one side, and on the other side it's got a threaded collar. You unscrew that, take the bolt out, and that's what holds the barrel in. Then you just unclip the barrel and you can lift it out. Then disconnect the cocking shoe, and that's that. And you can see into the slots, you can see the spring and the piston, and then you've just got to unscrew that end cap anti-clockwise. Some people use the barrel to do that, but that's not a good idea. I just use a little block of wood. It's quite easy to unscrew, and the good thing is because of the hole there that the bolt goes through, you can see the thread, so you get an idea when it's coming to the end of its rotation. Then you can take the spring out, and it's got a very nice spring guide actually on that end cap. Very good. And then to slide the piston out, you just have to make sure you press the trigger. And there's the piston, and that's it, disassembled. So you can do all your servicing basically just from that. The piston's got a nice leather piston seal, and when you cock the gun, obviously the spring's compressed within that piston, goes to the front of the gun, and when you fire it, the piston goes to the back, compresses that air and shoots it down the barrel. Reassembly is very straightforward, it's just the reverse operation. The tricky bit is how you screw that in. I don't know how other people do it. I like to use my hand, because then you can get a feel as to when it's biting or not, because you don't want it to bite a little bit and then pop out. So once I feel it's bitten, I try and keep that pressure on as I'm screwing it in, at least for like 2 or 3 threads, and that'll be enough to make sure it holds. And then yeah, you just screw it in. And then you'll find, as if by magic, when it gets to the end of its turning, the holes all line up, and then you can just put the barrel and bolt back through. Really beautifully made guns actually. One of the first air guns I ever took apart was a Webley pistol, and it gave me the confidence to try something more difficult. They're really good practice, very easy to work on. All you really need is a good set of gunsmith screwdrivers that will fit all the different screw heads, so you're less likely to strip them. So that's it, put the bolt back in, and then put the retaining screw on the other side, and that's it, all back together. Some of these other air pistols are a bit of a nightmare to take apart, but the Webleys are lovely and easy.